Hello, welcome to Terminus Edge. Today I'm so excited because we are starting this scholarship series. Okay, this series is about everything you need to know if you need to study abroad. So, if you are the person that wish to study abroad but you are worried about the costs, this series is definitely for you. My name is Dr. Chioma and welcome back to Terminus Edge. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to study abroad with scholarship step-by-step guide. Okay, so there are several things we're going to be looking at in this first series. Today is the first one, the first video I'm going to be making in this series. And so we're going to be looking at why scholarship. Why do you even need scholarship? Then the second one, we are going to be looking at different types of scholarships, okay? And then we will look at how to find those scholarships, how you can find those scholarships. Also, we're going to be looking at the application process, the overview. We're just going to look at overview of scholarship application processes. And finally, you don't want to miss out on this. This one is like a bonus. So we're going to be looking at common mistakes you need to avoid while searching for scholarships. Okay, let's dive into this. All right, so the first one is, why do you even need scholarship? Okay, by the way, I'm a scholarship recipient. I have studied abroad severally on scholarship, so I'm going to also be sharing my personal experiences or how I got my scholarship abroad. I did my PhD in physics in Hong Kong, and I did it with scholarship. So I'm going to be showing you. So I have a first class knowledge. I have a first hand knowledge to guide you on how you can do these things because they actually work. Okay, let's continue. So the first one we're looking at is, why do you even need scholarship? Okay, one of the reasons is that scholarship, studying abroad changes your lives. Okay, in what way? One will ask. So it's going to give you a global exposure. Like when you live, even if your country is so good at what they are doing, by the time you study abroad, you get to know what other things do, and you're going to get this global exposure. Another thing is that when you study abroad, you're going to get a better education. Even if you are doing it correctly in your country, or you think, oh, I don't like the education system in my country. Also, you get to have several other career opportunities because different countries, they do different things. Okay, but believe me, studying abroad is quite expensive. So that is even why you need scholarship. For example, in this Hong Kong, if you want to study, maybe you want to do a master's program, it depends on the program. Like in my school, City University of Hong Kong, where I studied, where I did my PhD, if you want to study something like physics, depending on the course, or if you want to study engineering in your just 1 year program for your master's, you are going to pay between 30,000 to about 70,000 US dollars, depending on whether you're a local student or you are an international student. It's quite a lot of money. So you will need scholarship to be able to fund this type of program. And in this money, we are just talking about the tuition fee. You've not considered your feeding, you've not considered your accommodation or other expenses you may need to do. So another one is, so with this scholarship, you are going to be able to cater for all these needs. Also, scholarship are the solution. And they are, most of the scholarship I'm going to be discussing are fully funded, while some of them might be tuition scholarship. By the way, I got a fully funded scholarship. So in this series, you are going to know how I got my own, so that you can also apply and get your own. So the next thing we're going to look at is types of scholarship. There are several types of scholarship, and it will be good for you to know the basics so that you know, okay, I'm going for this scholarship. If you see any particular scholarship, you know what you are going to. What is the type? What are the chances that I might get it or I might not get it? So the first one we're going to look at is, there are government funded scholarships. This one I'm talking about is, I'm talking generally for every country of the world. So there are government-funded scholarships. For example, we have the Chevening Scholarship for the UK. Then we also have Fulbright Scholarship for the US. These are government scholarships. Then here in Hong Kong, we have what we call HKPFS. It's a government-funded scholarship. Then we also have scholarship like MEXT. That one is for Japan. There are several scholarships, okay, that you can think about. So the next thing we're going to talk about is after government-funded scholarships, there are also university-funded scholarships. There are university-funded scholarships. So most top universities of the world, they offer merit-based scholarships. Okay. Then thirdly, there are some scholarships that are private or organizational sponsored. For example, we have DAG scholarship in Germany. We have Mastercard Foundation. This Mastercard Foundation targets mostly Africans who want to study in US, UK, Canada, Europe, and many other countries. Okay. Do you know that you will be shocked that the number of scholarships that are not tapped in these scholarships that are in these sections of scholarship I mentioned? These scholarships are available to people every single year, and sometimes they don't even exhaust the quota. For example, if they said, okay, for example, that HKPFS, we are going to give 5,000 scholarships or 10,000 scholarships, as the case may be, you will marvel at the number that is untapped. So this video, in this series, you are going to be able to dive into different scholarships and be able to gain from them. So now we have been able to talk about why do you even need scholarship, and we have also spoken about the basics of different scholarships. We have government funded, we have school based, like the ones that the top universities are offering to students. That one is mostly merit based. Then we also talked about private scholarships. So the third thing we're going to talk about is, how do you even find these scholarships? The first thing is to use search engines. You use search engines like Google. Even now, ChatGPT can help you to find some scholarships. So how do you do it? You use some keywords. Keyword examples that you can use is something like fully funded scholarship for international students. For example, this is year 2026, fully funded scholarship for international students 2026. Okay, so when you get it, you are going to see several scholarships. If you are particular about a country that you want to go to, for example, if you want to go to Hong Kong for scholarship, you can say fully funded scholarship for international students in Hong Kong 2026. The search engine, the ChatGPT, or even Google can help you bring up those. Then what is the next thing you should do? The next thing you should do, when you see the list of the scholarship, you go to the university website directly. Go directly to the university website. Check whether you can, there is a way you can check whether the website is university-based website. There are some individuals that post things about scholarship. There are some portals, individual portals, that make sure you are going to the school website. Okay, so the next thing you are going to do is what? When you go directly to the school website, you can also visit scholarship portals like scholarships.com. You can go to DAAD scholarships, that DAAD. You can go to HKPFS, or you write study in Hong Kong. So these are the several things you can type as the keyword that will bring up the scholarship that will give you idea of scholarships you can apply for in different countries. The next thing you can do on how you can search is to follow scholarship blogs. For example, scholarship channels that talk about scholarship, like this my channel, Terminus Edge. There are several other channels that may be talking about scholarships, but this one is one of the scholarship channels where you can get information, first-hand information on scholarship. So the next one, which is number 4, is application process overview. Remember, this is our first video in this series, so most of the things I'm going to be talking will be overview. In the subsequent videos, I'm going to dive in detail. I'm going to go in detail, step by step, show you things, show you how to do things, and show you how to back that scholarship you've been looking for. So let's move on. The next one, which is number 4, is application process overview. So most of the scholarships follow similar application flow. Most of all the scholarships in the world follow application flow. So how do you do it? First of all, you research and shortlist scholarships. So if you, for example, you wish to study in Hong Kong, you search out the scholarships that are available for international students in Hong Kong, and you go through it. You make list of, okay, look at, I need this, I need to apply to this, I need to apply to that. If you are particular about UK, you search for the ones in UK using the keywords I've told you about, and then you note, you take down, you note down all the ones you want to apply for. Then the next one is prepare your documents. This is very, very, very important. You don't just dabble into scholarship. There are things you are required to submit whenever you are applying to scholarship. For example, you need your academic transcript in almost all the scholarships. So it's your responsibility to look for how to get your academic transcript. Some people would want student copy, while some people, they will tell you, okay, you need to apply for this scholarship first. Then when we have given it to you, you need to tell your school, you need to apply to your school to send us your transcript directly. While some of them will tell you, okay, upload your transcript. So whichever one it is, to be on the safer side, make sure you apply for your transcript from your school and have your own copy. In case the scholarship you are applying to requires you to initially put your transcript, upload your transcript. So that's the next one. Then prepare your letter of recommendation. Some scholarships will want people to recommend you, people that are in your field, people that are your lecturers in the uni. So make sure you contact 1 or 2 or 3 scholarship lecturers in your uni where you studies and approach them for recommendation. So tell them, oh, I'm going to apply for some scholarships, and please, I'm going to need your recommendation. You taught me in so courses. Then get them ahead of time. Get them know ahead of time, okay? Then the next one is prepare your statement of purpose or scholarship essay. Some scholarships requires you to write why are you the best person to get this scholarship. So your statement of purpose will determine on what the scholarship requires, who gets the scholarship, and what you're about to study. So you look at the scholarship criteria and use it to prepare your statement of purpose. Then you need to prepare your CV or resume. Prepare your CV or resume. So these are the things you must get them ready before you. It should not take you unawares. That is why I am here to guide you. It shouldn't take you unawares. Your CV is your CV. So tailor your CV to whatever you want to study. If you want to do masters or if you want to do PhD, put together your CV or your resume, as the case may be. Then, for the documents you need, language test scores. Some scholarships requires you to have language test scores like IELTS or TOEFL. So if you are in the country that their first language is English, or they taught them in English, you may not need any language test score. But if you study in a country that you are not taught with English, please note that most of the scholarships will require, especially in English-speaking country, will require you to take these language courses. Okay, so make sure you take your language course. For example, if you need to apply for scholarship in September, make sure to and you think you did, or you didn't study in schools that taught you in English, you need to take your test course way before you start applying for the scholarship. Okay, so the next thing is apply online through the portal. Apply online through the portal. Remember, this one we are talking about the application process overview, the entire overview of the application process. So we have spoken about research and shortlist all the scholarships you need to apply to. Prepare your documents. I've listed to you the most of the scholarships. They take almost the same document. Prepare your document. Then the third one is apply online through the official portal. Make sure you are using the official portal of the scholarship to apply. Then some scholarships require interview, while some don't. Okay, if your scholarship requires interview, it's usually the competitive scholarships that require interview. Okay, get ready for your interview, and then finally wait for your results, and then you accept your scholarship offer. Okay, yes. So we've been able to visit 5 things on this step-by-step guide on how you can apply for and get your scholarship. And the first thing is, why do you even need scholarship? And the second is different types of scholarships. Then the third one is how to find the scholarships. And then the fourth one is the application process overview. Now, the final one, which I told you about. By the way, if you are still with me to this moment, that means this video is really for you. Do yourself good. Click that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that once I drop the next video in this series, you are going to be among the first to grab it and apply for that scholarship that will enable you to study abroad. Now, the final one are the common mistakes to avoid while applying for scholarships. Missing deadlines. This one is very, very important. Try as much as you can to apply for scholarships early enough. There are some scholarships, for example, they will tell you, oh, the scholarship is from maybe September 1 to December 1, 2026. Get your documents ready. Get them ready. There is no harm in applying on September 1. Don't wait till December 1st, which is the final day for the scholarship. Sometimes these scholarships, they will tell you, oh, the deadline is this, but you won't know. They will start to assess the applicants as early as possible, because most of them, they don't want the job to be too much for them. They don't want the applications to be piled up for them. So instead of waiting, but they may not tell you, they will start considering candidates that applied early. So by the time maybe you apply towards the end of the deadline, you won't know that they would have started considering people. Fine, they may not reach out to those people and tell them, oh, you have been offered this scholarship or not. But internally, they would have been reviewing some people's documents. So try as much as you can not to miss deadline. If it's possible for you, apply as soon as you can. Okay? That's number one. So a lot of people wait until it's deadline before they apply. This is this is not good. It's not in your favor in any way at all. So the next common mistake that you need to avoid is applying without reading the eligibility criteria. Applying for scholarship is you need to put in a lot of work. You need to prepare your CV. You need to write, in some cases, your statement of papers. So if you, first of all, any scholarship you want to get, read whether you are eligible. Okay, for which country is this scholarship? Who can get it? Can the result I have get it? By the way, you mustn't be a first-class student before you can get scholarships. Okay, some scholarships, they are not so particular about whether you are first class or not. they might be, they will tell you that every scholarship will tell you, okay, these are the people we are looking for. These are the eligibility criteria. Please, and please, to avoid unnecessary stress or putting yourself through unnecessary after working, you see at the end of the day that you are not eligible at all. So make sure you read the eligibility criteria. Every scholarship has eligibility criteria. Make sure you read it well and understand it. If you don't understand any part of it, you can reach out to the scholarship donors to ask them, okay, what about this? What do you mean about this? Before you can apply. Then another mistake is sending the same essay to every scholarship. Please avoid this. Every scholarship is unique. So if you must gain that scholarship, try as much as you can. Yeah, you can have a template where you have a personal statement of purpose for yourself. But in every scholarship, try to twist it a little bit to suit whatever they want, especially in their eligibility criteria, to suit what they want, because nobody wants to give a scholarship to people that they are not targeting, right? So try to avoid the mistake of submitting the same statement of purpose for every scholarship. Then final one. This one is mostly for people that are doing research work, people that want to go into PhD, or people that want to do master's research. Don't make the mistake of not contacting professors. Don't even go there. You will just waste your time applying. I'm not saying that you cannot get scholarship when you don't even contact supervisors. No, there are chances you have, but the chances are so slim. For example, you can imagine you are a professor. Somebody contacted you. Oh, I saw this scholarship in your school. I am in this area. I'm interested in your research. You mentioned the areas that this professor is into. And you ask the professor, oh, I want to apply and I want you to be my supervisor. If the professor says, okay, after looking at your CV, okay, it's good, I can supervise you. Once your scholarship application drops, the supervisor will go for you. They won't go for the person that didn't contact them, even if the person is good. But because you have been in contact with the supervisor and he approved of your application, it will be very, very easy for you. Even in some cases, I've seen some cases whereby the school refused to give the applicant scholarship and admission rather, because in that school you must first of all get admission before you can get the scholarship. Do you know they refuse the applicant admission, but because the applicant has been in contact with the supervisor, the supervisor fought for the applicant. The supervisor was like, no, I know this, I've gone through this person's CV and this person's work. Please, I need this person to work with me. They went ahead to change their decision about the person's application. So this is a very good tool in your hand. Make sure, especially if you are in research based, make sure you contact professors that you would want to work with in that school before applying. That's a lot, right? Thank you for sticking with me up to this moment. I've come to the end of today's video. Okay, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of this series. In the next video, I will show you the exact scholarships you can apply for in different countries, including the hidden ones you've never heard about. Okay, I'm going to tell you about it. I will also cover essay tips, interview preps, and even scholarships in Hong Kong where I studied. Okay, so drop your questions in the comment section, or if there's any particular thing you would want me to cover. I already have things I want to cover for this series, but if there is any particular thing you would want me to cover, just put it down in the comment section. I'm going to see it, then I'm going to impute it in my comment videos. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.